in the Nets jersey. Reggie got Indiana. And he was.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
It's crazy how he was making the cuts,
Why is he not better than him?
Think it's sports, but sometimes we don't know. We asking.
I remember him. I remember him. Yes.
I went there for 2
and I remember
years.
the yearbook. He was in the yearbook.
He don't remember you, bro.
No. What happened was when I looked back at it, I was like, "Yo, Dan was like that's Dan."
I done went to school with like
You
Ken
remember?
Mims and all of my stuff. So
No, I do not remember Dan, bro.
I swear to God, I
I
remember
moved to
Dan.
Buffalo
No
2000.
bullshit.
I was at MLK, 2000.
I 1000% remember Dan.
Yeah, for
Dan
2000,
Robinson.
so
He
that's
was in one of my
second grade.
classes.
So that's second and third grade.
Yeah,
He wasn't in my class.
He was in one of my classes.
Okay, he's probably
yes,
in
he
your
was.
class, bro. He
For
wasn't
a
in my
fact, he
class.
was.
I
He
went
might have
to
been in Miss
Saturday
Franz's.
school.
Because it's somebody that resembles Dan that I know it wasn't Dan.
I think he was in Miss Franz's class with me.
That sounds familiar.
I got. If
Dan just be talking. Don't believe him.
I find the yearbook, y'all know. Like I swear to God, I don't know where it's at, but
You don't know where your yearbook at?
I mean,
You got a
they
yearbook every
somewhere.
year. You got a
like,
yearbook every
they
year.
somewhere,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know
Parents
where
had
they
to
at.
buy that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Or the
they-
picture. That picture that came with
They
everybody
somewhere.
on it.
I mean, I have the yearbook is somewhere.
So we all started. These all was in second grade together.
We're live.
Same school. Yeah, we
You live bucks? Oh, that's crazy.
We all was
I
in the
did not know
same
that.
class since 39.
Got to. I
in
went to
second grade,
MLK,
2000.
39.
That's 8 years old.
Yes.
We was all in second grade together.
Yes.
In the same school.
And y'all know my great aunt. She taught there. She was the mean lady.
I don't remember that. You said you claimed it around.
I used to have to go to the Saturday school when I didn't belong there because she was teaching on Saturdays. Remember used to have a little 2-hour shit in the morning.
I'm trying to tell he don't know nothing, man. For some reason, I don't know. But you just got there though. You claim.
I got to 39 in second grade. Yes, I was wearing church shoes and button ups. I got there at second grade. My mom homeschooled me to second
And
grade.
you know what's crazy? When you think of the setup of 39, don't you think of like when we got to Kensington too? Like how the school was set up inside?
Yeah, to a degree.
Okay.
I mean, if I can remember
Like
it
that
like
back
that.
hallway, like the lunchroom,
Yeah,
where
that
the
little
pool
back.
was, like that remind me of 39.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
39 was a tough. I say tough, but you know, it was.
It was sure wasn't a good school.
It wasn't a good school.
Yeah, I mean,
If you went to any school named Martin Luther King in any state or city, I don't think it was like the greatest school.
that's definitely something to look at.
Thirty-nine
That's
wasn't a
definitely
good school.
something to
That
look
shit's
at.
in the hood somewhere. Bad
We
shit.
made it out though. It was definitely a little jungle in there. It was definitely. I remember one dude
You
was
went
like
there, you go to any
17 driving to school there.
Who?
I forgot his name, bro.
What you call it? We don't gotta say names.
It was crazy though. It was the point where they wasn't pass. It was to the point where they wasn't passing kids. They wasn't just passing you. If you fail, you fail. You just stay there.
You'll just
After a while, they pass you. But back then, it was like, yeah, you could be 16 in 8th grade, and people were 16 in 8th grade back then.
Yo, what's my man name? Never mind. Man. I ain't gonna go down memory lane like that. But
What you gonna start? What you gonna start with? You gonna start something?
I think you introduce him. You want to introduce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what episode? What's it?
They gotta be 106.
It's over.
Episode 106 of We Think It's a Sports Show.
Yeah.
We coming to you guys with our mans, man. We come from high school. Obviously, we way back to second grade. Clearly,
Yeah.
we way back to second grade. 39. Dan Robinson, Sneakerman Dan,
Fly guy Dan.
Fly Guy Dan, Sigma Fly,
Former.
Sigma Fly.
Reformed.
Cozy daddy now.
You see the kick. So I mean, so we this podcast is gonna come about. We gonna talk about sneakers and sneakerheads and
Hype beast.
all that stuff. How it was in the thousands and the tens. Now in 2022s where everything online. You can't get nothing, but we're gonna talk about it.
Absolutely. Let me start it off this way, because it's kind of current events too, in a sense. Kanye West.
Oh man.
Kanye West is wilding. He's wilding. I'm just well.
When
at
was
least
he ever not wilding?
the general public thinks he's wilding, but obviously, you know, he had the White Lives Matter shirt on. Yeah, he had the White Lives Matter shirt at a fashion show.
Oh, this is like yesterday.
Yeah.
Recent events.
Yeah, white life shirt.
White Lives Matter. Yeah, he's
Oh
wilding.
no,
With Candace
black.
Owens.
No, talking about black T.
Yeah,
The back
yeah,
said White Lives Matter.
Yeah.
White letters.
Oh,
But
wow.
Swagging it.
Was he look? How did he look?
Fly.
He fly?
Fly.
That's why I brought it up
I respect Kanye
because
I mean,
remember
maybe not that, but
in high school. I don't know. I can't remember the year, but it was the VMAs when Ye had on the all red.
All right.
And I remember,
Run
I don't
away.
know when we came, yeah, and Dan came. Dan was talking. It was crazy. I forgot
yeah, I
what
don't
he
know
had on,
what
but
the
Dan-
force.
No, he had on his own Yeezys. He had on the all-red Yeezys.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he had like Louis Vuittons on. Then the Yeezys came out.
See, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I just remember a conversation being talked about, and I'm just looking at, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. But, like, Dan was so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even back then, like, he was very, very.
Dan is the first person I saw wear Yeezys.
That's a fact.
I was.
Dan was the first person I saw wear Yeezys. I was like, I like sneakers too and everything. I'm not Dan, obviously. But I remember, what was it? I don't know, graduation or
It had to
something.
be like 08 or 09. Oh,
And I was like,
because I wore them to graduation.
Okay.
And I don't have any pictures of it.
Really?
Nope. My dad had the only picture after graduation, and that shit is gone.
I
think I
remember
might
that,
got
bro.
it.
That was crazy. I was like,
It could have been.
I have
outside.
a picture. I have a picture with you.
Yeah, but I don't think it got my shoes in it.
It might, Dan. I think it was a full body. But listen.
he the first one I actually saw really. I'm like, this motherfucker got no Yeezys.
But
This is crazy.
I did want to ask Dan, since we're gonna dive right into it. I do want to ask, like, fashion, right? Like, where did it start? Like, when did you make a conscious decision? Like, I'm into fashion. You know what I'm saying?
So
Shoes.
It's crazy. Out of all the, shoes is always first. I feel like before you even get fly, everybody want a nice pair of shoes.
Yeah.
That make you want to dress better. But it started going to them schools. So after 39, I went to Stepping Stone. Stepping Stone, everybody had to wear a uniform. White, black shoes. That's it.
Yep.
Whack. So 6th grade, I left and went to Highgate Heights because she went to that school or whatever. The first year, they said we was about to wear a uniform the next year. I'm like, nah, that shit is whack. I'm about to leave. So after that, 6th grade, that's when all the Jordans was coming out, all that shit. And it's like New York, too. Half my family live in New York.
Right.
My brother had every pair of shoes ever. Yeah. So 6th grade was like the first time I bought my own pair of Jordans, like with my money.
Really?
So it just started from there.
What's the first pair? You remember?
Cool Gray 4s.
Cool Gray 4.
And it was like at Champs in Harlem somewhere. And it was like $115. Yeah, right now. You cannot
That's
do that
on the shelf. They was still on the shelf, right?
On
All
the
right,
shelf.
cool.
But back then, 150, that's a lot of money.
It was, especially
I mean,
for
back
6th
then,
for
I mean,
6th grade.
anybody.
But think of
that was a lot
like
of
just
money now.
asking your parents for $100 for some shoes. That's more affordable. Like now they're $200.
Yeah, my dad said anything over back then. My dad anything over $50, he not getting.
It's quiet.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That's why. I mean, I said I was wearing church
Me
shoes.
too, but this was the finesse game in me. I was fortunate to have both my grandparents. I had aunts that spoiled me $50 from each person.
Oh yeah.
That's
you good,
$200.
There you go.
So 6th grade it started.
6th grade it started. The havoc started. The sneaker problem.
So my question is, so even from that point, was it anybody like, I don't want to say on your level with it, or was it anybody like into it like you? Like, did you find anybody? Was the internet out in 6th grade when we was in 6th grade?
No, well, internet came out in 2000, bro.
It was
So
AOL,
yeah.
but it wasn't like
Yeah.
how you see somebody influence you. Like
Nah,
other than
yeah.
rap videos, we watched rap videos.
There's rap videos in real life.
I'm just
So-
trying to remember. Yeah.
No, it
So
wasn't. yeah.
other than there was no social media, like MySpace was coming about. I feel like Black Planet, that was all dating shit.
Yeah, but
When
I
older
was.
people
I
was
wasn't
on
on
that.
that.
We wasn't on that.
Yeah,
I
we
wasn't
wasn't
on
on
that.
that.
6th grade, we was playing video games and fucking.
You had to have
Pokemon
real life
cards.
influences.
Yeah, you had to see people. So it was
Yeah.
your local hustlers, older brothers, older cousins that you seen with Jordans. That was it in videos.
And that was your influences, like,
Yeah,
Your
for
brother.
sure. My older brother for sure.
and then so. Did you see anybody like in Highgate Heights or anybody in the vicinity where you live? Like, yo, this person is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, it was always somebody older than me. Like nobody
okay,
at my
nobody
age.
at your age.
I
range.
was like the
Right.
one in my class. Like, yeah, he gonna have him the week before. I used to get shit the week before.
Right. So no, I'm saying so. Like, even when you like, so when you got
That's
to
in itself is something. Like
yeah,
I
like,
definitely.
I used to go hard.
so when you got to high school, right? Because obviously it's a melting pot of a lot of people. In Hutch Tech, clearly there was a lot of fashion.
And the high
going
school
on.
was in my hood.
Right,
Oh.
yeah, because we went to Kensington, right? When we went to Hutch Tech first, we went to
That's a fact.
Kensington.
That's a fact.
But and I actually, Dan, did you wear those? Did you wear the see-throughs? Was you that type of guy?
The
I had
crazy
see-
part about
I
it.
had see-throughs.
So yeah. But
I had
the thing is,
see-throughs with the gold. With
Shout
the gold
out
back.
Z.
Shout out
the
to see-throughs.
downfall of that
I
though.
love you, yo.
Early on, I didn't know about the legit and fake. I had to
Oh
learn.
yeah, the
that.
homies.
Yeah. So
You didn't
when
know
I-
about that then?
You did, but it was like it didn't really matter. Like,
It didn't
when you
matter.
first
No,
started-
homies wasn't. Yeah,
Freshman year, it didn't
wasn't,
matter.
Yeah,
Hell,
it
like,
wasn't.
all,
yeah.
all whites. Like I never had all white homies, but you seen them. You ain't really come at dudes about that. Like everybody had to get how it was.
Homies was definitely prevalent.
Everybody
absolutely.
been in Wilson Farms. It was like I would rock those.
For the 50,
Yeah.
30.
Absolutely.
So I
Trends,
remember-
shout out Trends.
My first pair of
Alma.
Fits was ones though. Before Nice Kicks was like that blog and like how
Oh,
you follow
yeah.
releases. it used to be a site that sold fake sneakers.
Really?
Yes, and I bought some ones with the NBA patches all over them, like the jeans. And then I
Mm.
got them. Guess who told me?
Who?
My brother was like, "What the fuck is
What
that?"
was you doing?
I was like, "Bro, I waited 2 months for these from China.
I'm wearing these, bro.
I'm wearing these."
Not from China.
Ever
But-
since then, I don't think I had a fake pair after that. Maybe once, but I learned like after that. It was like,
But I mean, go back to that 06, 07, even before that, 04, 05, 06. That Hami run was a thing, right? Like
That's a fact.
Alma store. I mean, they had like when you walked in there, they had like a whole shelf of like
Big Bashi.
half off, 40% off, like
And in fashion
Tim's,
today,
sneakers.
the homies and the people that don't know what homies is, the Arab fakes or whatever they was. That influenced fashion today because a lot of the colorways that they use now was on fakes years ago.
Years
Now
ago,
they
bro.
make
That's
them
funny.
Years
you said
ago.
That.
Like
You're absolutely
Fusions.
right.
like them black and red fours that's out now that you see all of. I'm like, those was fakes like 20 years ago.
Right.
I would
They
never
not
look at
real.
those. Now I'm like,
That's
damn.
crazy.
I mean, when you don't know, you go as a kid, you go in there, you want sneakers, and it's like your parents going in there. For me, like me, thinking I definitely had some homies for sure, because I like shoes. Because I
Yeah.
going like for me, fifth grade, sixth grade.
You get more shoes though.
Fifth grade, sixth grade, it was my cousins. My cousins, they had kicks. They had all the kicks, and they was I was a big kid, so I'm wearing size 10, so I can fit their shoes. I'm wearing their shoes in high school and grammar school. I'm wearing their shoes. I'm getting looks from girls. They're like, "Man, you wear a different pair of shoes every
You
day."
dress-
I'm
you
wearing these
dress better,
shoes.
you feel better.
Yeah,
Girls
for real. So that
look-
definitely influenced me. So I definitely, when I went to an Alma store and they all different colorways, I'm like, bro, let me get those for the 50. I mean, homies,
Yes,
bro.
the
I didn't
homies.
know. But I legit didn't think that these
And
are
then
fake.
in the
I thought that they
city-
just had them.
So in the summers, like growing up in Buffalo, I would never be here during breaks. I would always go back to New York to visit. So the thing was, with people from out of town, they would go to New York and get taken to downtown to buy white tees, to buy mixtapes, all types of shit. So those warehouses used to sell fakes too. So I think I got a fake pair from down there too. But that's like when I really learned. I'm like, yeah, these don't look like
No.
that picture look like, or watching basketball and all. You see the NBA players, I'm like, these do not.
These
look
not it.
like- There's no way I could hoop in these. Like
These ain't it, bro.
yeah.
ain't
So
That it's crazy you even say that, because even like when I think about it, it's funny like high school. It's funny high school, because it is visible. Like you do, like we all get there, right? Everybody, we all get there. We all, you know what I mean. You looking at people. Obviously, you're seeing way
the
more
first
people.
day of school is important,
Yeah, you looking at everybody,
especially in the black
Yeah.
community. The first day of school is like important.
You seen it, like, but the thing about tech, like generally in certain schools, it could be
It's a mountain pop.
it is a melting pot. But I'm saying at tech, even specifically, like okay, you have athletes over here. All right, we didn't necessarily have street dudes at all. Let me just be very clear on that. But like you had people who are had close proximity to like maybe
yeah,
like
yeah.
street.
He was in the fields.
You know what I mean?
But our year and the year before that, they were introduced to street dudes. I must say because of where the school was.
Yeah,
No,
we
no,
was in
no,
the
no,
field.
true. I'm
They
just
was in
saying,
the
but
field.
like,
Oh, yeah.
but like at our schools, like nobody, there is not really somebody that was like, oh my god, this guy is like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Shout out to my man Money. He from Tanner, bro. Come on,
yeah,
bro.
but y'all
My
get
nigga
what
Money
I'm
was good.
saying.
Tanner block stand up. Bro.
Y'all get what I'm saying.
I
But
mean, my man Money was
point
on the
is,
block.
Yeah.
you get what I'm
Tech
saying?
wasn't known for that.
No, it wasn't. So
Tech
my-
was the
block,
watered
bro.
down
Money was on the block.
motherfuckers that didn't go to city
Yeah.
honors. That's what Tech was. You didn't make it to city honors, you went to Tech.
So my point, like when we had, but like the biggest thing for me with tech was we had more categories of people. Like
yeah,
where other
everything.
schools may have had just this,
Yeah.
we had people. It's like, oh,
Yeah, just black Spanish.
these
black
are
and white.
these
Yeah,
are you know what I'm saying. People, I don't want to call them nerds, but nerds, right? Like I mean, it was just
nerds.
noticeably
It was
nerds at the time.
It was nerds.
But then it was like this whole other like, this is like these are fashion guys. Like what is that? Like no seriously, it was
Now,
like
that's the year
these
I
are
got
like-
into fashion,
Right.
like more.
So that's so like when you got to tech, like there was like a whole fashion lane. Like these are like they set themselves apart. Like they didn't. And this is my question too. Like
Sigma Fly.
when you no seriously, but when you got there,
Terrible affiliation.
when we talk about influences, right? We talk about influences.
Fly, bro. It might be the name of the pod.
When we definitely gonna name it Sigma Fly. When you talk about influences, Dan, like when you got into high school, who was the influences like at that point? And like I got another question. Just answer that. Who was the influences at that point? Like just in the mainstream.
It was a couple dudes like upperclassmen. So I don't remember what I wore the first day of school, but I had a couple kicks that dudes in my
They was
grade
like,
didn't
yeah.
have, blah blah blah, or they just realized I wasn't even from Buffalo. But when the upperclassmen females is looking at you like, who was that little dude? Dudes get mad. They get upset. That's when they start like trying to find out who you is. So First dude, I'm gonna say his name. His name is Nick Hat. That was the first dude that tried to like find out who I was and like where I got my stuff. So Nick Hat and then Kevin, they were upperclassmen that were into fashion. Like I knew about fashion, but not how they knew. Like they was telling me about shit. I'm sitting there like I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Kevin was what? His nationality, just for people who just so they don't know.
He's Asian. I don't know if he's Laos.
No, I'm just saying, like
he might be Laos or Vietnamese, but I'm gonna just say Asian. I don't know his.
No, yeah, I just want people to know, like, you know what I mean. He was
Kevin
Asian. He
was
was in the fashion, but like, yeah, he was Asian.
More sneakers, fashion, like the history of like outside of black culture, we don't think like more people know about black culture than us. But I feel like Asian people and white people can tell you more about black culture than the regular black person knows. Sometimes, like he'll tell me about what rapper wore this back. I'm like,
really? He was putting you on like that?
Yeah, for sure.
So my question,
like, you ever been to a real? Not saying like hip hop karaoke is not the real hip hop. Like a real karaoke, if you go watch white people perform black songs, you be like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, they know it too.
I don't even know them words.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, so it's like they be knowing shit.
Yeah, you go to concerts. I mean, that's just the audience.
Yeah.
So how did they recruit you into Sigma Fly? What did they say?
Yo, you was definitely Sigma Fly, bro.
I
was definitely honorary though.
Yeah. Oh.
Sigma Fly was like a get fresh group at the school.
That's
like
a fact, bro.
The secret society he talking about, but it was just a group of people that got fly, like your Breakfast Club, your fake b-boys of that time.
That definitely was a group though. Like, yo, let's keep it a stack. That did not allow me to get in the group. They did not allow everybody in the group. No, dead serious. Was Jalen in it?
They had fake beefs. No.
That's what I'm saying. No. And Jalen at the time.
Shout out to J Fly. Yeah. I don't want no problems.
No, absolutely not. Shout out to J Fly wherever you at, bro. But I'm just saying, like, Jalen had sneakers at the time.
Yeah, but
more than
that.
But this is what I'm saying.
At that time,
though.
they didn't rock with him.
No, he was wild.
Especially like before that, like I had a cousin that was bougie. Like she wore expensive shit, but I didn't know what bougie was until I met them niggas. Like us, we hung out at McDonald's. We went wherever after school. They gotta go get bubble tea and do like shit I didn't know about. As a freshman, I'm like, what?
Hypebeast. Yeah.
But they was into it. Hypebeast is somebody that want to be like something they saw like immediately. Like they was into it. Like
this is their life.
Well, let's not get. How did you get introduced into Sigma Phi? What did they say to you? Like, yo, we want you in.
It was basically like I got pressed. Well, they invited me to hang out. So as a freshman, we kind of like everybody's household was different. I kind of had a curfew. I had to be back home. Before the sun went up. Like, as a freshman, my mom wasn't really on that time, but I got away with it because she was always at work.
Hold on real quick.
But we didn't have cars as freshmen. Them niggas had cars. They're like, you trying to go with us after school? Yeah, fuck y'all. I'm not walking home. I'll ride with these niggas.
Yeah, that's a fact.
This is an aside. Were you dating in freshman year?
No, dating.
Who did you start dating? Just say the first initial of the name, so I'm not tripping.
I wasn't affiliated with anybody until sophomore year, and that started with a K.
Okay, I was just making sure. I didn't know if it was freshman year or sophomore year. I just wanted to make sure my timeline wasn't off. Okay, but
freshman year I was learning the game,
and but the only reason I asked that too was
him and Nas was learning the game, walking people home. If we wasn't at Kim Bailey, we was.
Shout out to Nas, bro.
Shout out to Nas, absolutely. Shout out to Nas, absolutely. Shout out to Nas.
Date walking home, and she didn't even live in that area. He was good.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, you ain't gotta tell me, but
you was in a wheelchair, bro. Chill.
You ain't gotta tell me. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
You was in a wheelchair freshman year?
Yeah.
Me and you ain't get cool till sophomore year. I don't really know you freshman year like that.
I don't know. I think we was in Seminole together though.
We was?
I think we had a study hall together.
No,
we might not have got cool. We might not have got cool until.
No, we was we was in our swim class, swim. I think you was in our swim class, right?
Swim?
Yeah, he was in swim class. Yeah, he was in swim class with us, right?
I do remember.
So I think Nas was there.
I agree. We might not have gotten cool until.
Yeah, we weren't real cool until like sophomore.
I could be wrong.
I agree with that. I think, you know what? It was the tail end of freshman year when I started going to Kim Bailey.
Probably
like a little bit. Like I started going to Kim Bailey. Then
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like when we graduated, I didn't know half the motherfuckers that crossed that stage.
Neither did I.
Class. I'm like,
neither did I. They knew way more people than I did.
Who was they?
You and Mikey D was
Mikey
famous.
D, absolutely. Like keep it a stack.
You can't even lie.
Y'all was definitely famous. I was only famous because people didn't like me.
Me?
and they heard my name on the
I literally didn't talk to half the people.
But you was still in like a
You
little.
was I don't know what it was.
No,
It might have been your last
No,
name.
that's
Your
not
last
true.
name is powerful.
Me?
It was
Mikey D is a different. If y'all could put me on Mikey D, Mikey D is a whole different level than
Mills,
me.
Mills and Mikey D probably knew the most people. Like
Not
in,
me,
like, that
bro.
little weird, not weird.
Mills
but
knew everybody, but I don't think everybody liked Mills. Everybody
No,
liked
true.
him. and
Everybody liked Mikey D. Mikey D had
Mikey D was-
Everybody
flyers
did like
that
me.
his
I mean, everybody did not
games
like
and
me.
stuff like that. Not me.
But y'all know how that go. But anyway,
Sigma Fly. So
Sigma
alright.
Fly.
Sigma Fly.
So you got into Sigma Fly.
Yeah, just
They-
hanging out with
they
them
say-
after school, David, but all that shit that we wasn't really doing as freshmen, because we didn't really break out till sophomore, junior year.
Yeah.
Freshmen, everybody had to go home, do your work, the high school pressure. Like, I was just hanging out with them. I was getting in trouble hanging out with them. I wasn't coming home till 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Did y'all tag?
Nah.
I thought y'all was tagging.
This was not a gang. This was just a
So
fresh crew that talked about sneakers and tried to... There was
what you had to do to get into
Talk.
it?
Like, Nike Talk?
They wanted me. I was the
What was
fly
that?
nigga. They wanted me.
Nike Talk. What is that?
Nike Talk was like equivalent to like a blog that spoke about sneakers.
No, I'd never
What
heard
are y'all
of that.
talking about?
what?
So you had
Nike
to have
Talk,
a
that's
certain
a real
amount of.
thing.
It was called Nike Talk,
Get
and
outta
it was
here.
like you had to have an account, and you literally didn't even see who you was talking to. They could have had their little picture up, but it was just like a thing to talk about sneakers, buy, sell, trade, that type of stuff.
So at that time, we talk about freshman year. What was your best shoe? What was the shoe that you knew like these joints is crazy? What was the best shoe at the time? And how many shoes you had at the time? At that time,
Them Bapes. Remember them
freshman
Bapes?
year, that
Spizikes?
started. Spizikes? Nah.
It was the Bapes.
It's crazy like how old I am and I remember the releases because those was times. So our freshman year, like 8th grade going to freshman year, 8th grade, they was dropping like 14s and 7s. When we got to high school, the 5s was coming out.
You had 5s, bro.
So that August,
I remember. I remember.
August, I was out of town and the Grapes came out. They came out at Athlete's Foot on Bailey. A lot of people
remember
don't
lines
even know
there
about
every-
Athlete's Foot.
Shout out Athlete's Foot.
Rest in peace.
And I missed that release.
Oh.
The whole building burnt down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh man, shout out
It's
to
all
Athlete's
gone.
Foot.
It's all gone.
City? You don't
I
know
just-
about
Athlete Foot used to be.
that was like one of the oldest buildings
I do remember
in
that.
Buffalo.
I do.
to the
Now that you
time.
said that, I do
Yeah,
remember that.
it used to be
Yeah.
lines
I do.
every
Oh, it's right
weekend,
over there.
bro. Every
Yeah,
weekend
I
was a line.
remember.
The Underground Railroad. But anyway, the fucking after I missed that release, I just was on shit. Not even because I figured out the finesse game, asking the grandmothers for the 50 or whatever. But all the 5s came out. So Metallics, Fire Reds, all them 5s was coming out. I knew Dick's at the Boulevard or one of them. They used to always have shoes, so that's how it started. All the 5s. But that year, not general releases. So when you get into sneakers, you start finding out shit you can't get. So at that time, Jordan Brand started something called LS. It was like some lifestyle shit. So the Olive 5s, those didn't even come out in Buffalo. And if they did, it was at a place like Rick's or
Shout out Rick's.
somewhere the old heads, 30-year-old, you wasn't even going to get them if you even got there in time.
Right.
So I was getting limited shoes that everybody didn't have. That's probably why they wanted me to hang with them.
Right.
How you getting
How are
the
you
shit?
getting those?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
But when? Okay, answer this. No, because I want to know when did it. It's one thing where people follow trends,
Yeah.
right? Like people like you could tell like somebody who's dressing, but like yo, you're just following whatever trend, whatever fad is going on. But like for me, when I think about you, Dan, like I think about you in more so of like a trend setter type of vibe.
That started 8th grade.
Okay, like where it was like even though like you would get all the releases of the shoes, like you would still wear things that would be like if somebody else would wear
I
it,
was
it'd be
pushing
like
it.
yeah, it'd be like
Or be kinda corny if
everybody
somebody
else
else
wearing
wore
it.
it, yeah.
You can't get away with that, but you're getting away with this stuff.
8th grade. So back to 8th grade. That's how you know we old. We just talking about shit from years ago. 8th grade at Highgate. Highgate was the first grade school, I believe, in Buffalo to get renovated with that new
Did
grant.
the whole new thing.
Like
Wow.
that was one of the
Yeah.
first schools
Oh,
to get
wow.
renovated. So, cause 6th and 7th we was at Campus East. So when I got to Highgate, the real Highgate, no, the 7th grade was getting renovated. So when I got to Highgate, 8th grade, we had uniforms, tan pants, maroon polos. The rule: all black shoes, all white shoes. Everybody gonna come all black forces, all white forces, shell toes.
Right.
2 for the 69. I didn't want to do that. So to stick out, I was getting the colorful stuff.
Right.
So that's how it really started. I just wanted to stick out.
And and that was the thing. Like, so even in high school, it was
I
like
had the braids, Allen Iverson.
Right.
Like I wanted to look different.
in certain sneakers, and that's what I'm saying. So like when you in that world, right? When you in that fashion world, like who do y'all respect more? Do y'all like respect the person who is like following the trends, getting all the sneakers, or the people who can like go out there, be that Indian that go over the hill first and be like, you know what I'm saying? That'll set the trend.
Me, I just respect the person that's the most comfortable.
Okay.
Like, if you look comfortable in that and you confident in that, that's who I respect. The dudes that's like, I can tell they trying.
Right.
They tried too hard. That ain't me. Like, I don't really respect that. You could kind of tell who a hype beast, who following the trend and all that stuff. But I just respect the person that's like comfortable. Like, I could tell like that's what you do.
Listen, it's funny. Even then, like I don't know if y'all can see it. The Stussy slippers. Yo, the funny is wow. I know, it's crazy. Because
Stussy would never go away.
No, I know, but I remember that in high school. I remember then he was the first. Yo, I swear to God, on my life, I ain't never seen anybody in the entire world. I mean, granted, like,
did you get a shirt after that?
Yes. Listen, I'm like, what is this?
Hype piece.
I'm not a hype beast.
No, a hype beast would have went and bought like 20 of them.
Yeah, like
he just went and got one.
I just was so amazed. It was like,
he said, "What did I say, Stussy?" Yeah. I feel like he said Stussy for 30 days.
I
straight
did.
After
I did hate me. I kept saying that. Stussy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, but that was something that nobody was wearing that.
Yeah, no. And that was from learning from Kevin. Like, they putting me on the websites, like clothes you can't get in Buffalo. Like, at that time, I believe it was Karmaloop. So,
wow.
We didn't have Urban Outfitters. We just had like Zoomies and like Hot Topic. Yeah. So just picture that on a bigger scale. Like any type of graphic tee you could think of, they had it. They got it. Any clothing brand in other states, like they had it. So once they put me on that, that's when I was going crazy.
So what was some of those things? Just briefly, like what was some of those like those sites, like those early sites that everybody didn't know about but you knew about, like clothing places where you know what I'm saying?
Karmaloop was that like for clothes, like. You trying to find the hoodie and all that outside of the Jordan and Nike to match the clothes. Kick Exclusive was how I got the Yeezys. Like, that was the first time I spent bread like over $200 on a pair of shoes. I think while we was juniors or seniors, I paid like $600 for that shoe.
You paid $600?
That shoe,
Yeezys,
right,
bro, back then.
And that shoe right now is like upwards of 5,000. Like,
you still have it?
Condition. I wish I did.
What happened to him?
I grew up.
What do you mean?
I got out of the
you sold it?
shoes. Like the first time, like I was like, I'm gonna sell all my shoes was when I bought the Challenger. I got into cars. I ain't giving a fuck about shoes. They had value. I sold them. But Kick Exclusive and the website I was getting like the shoes like a week ahead was called Up Tempo. So say the shoes was like $150, they would charge like $220, $250
to get them a week ahead.
That's
crazy.
What shoe? Obviously, the Yeezy. You already said the Yeezy.
That's wow.
What shoe was it? Is it anything that rivaled that you needed to have? Obviously, Yeezy was the. It was. I mean, when I saw you have,
we talking about the first Yeezys, the Nike.
I know this is Nike.
Yeezys like
this is different, huh?
The first one, yes. Some people
the Nike Yeezys.
The first,
I said something. I'm like, yo, you got like, bro.
Yeah, some people thought they was ugly. Like if you wasn't in the shoe, some people thought they was ugly. But if you was a sneakerhead, you knew like, damn, crazy. How you get them? Yeah. Like they didn't even come out.
Some people thought the Adidas Yeezys ugly. Like I mean, some people still think they're ugly.
And now, like,
no, they are all ugly.
You can't go outside and not see them.
Everybody see them, but
you can go to the gym and literally see 10 people with some type of Yeezy on.
But then I don't even see the Nike Yeezy now. I don't see them now. Nobody even wear them now.
You can't.
The Nike Yeezy. Yeah. Like it's something.
No, I never seen them.
You gotta have money or be a rapper.
He's one of the few people I actually see wear them.
Yeah.
Not trying to be funny.
But before me, there was like 2 other guys in the town with him, but they wasn't in. One was in high school, which was my man Ray from Sweet Home. He wore them to prom.
Really?
He actually motivated me to get him. I'm like, Ray got him. I gotta get him. So I got him, and then it was like some white old mystery dude that had him. But
so how did like? By that time, I mean,
this
online
junior year, we got
we got everything.
You
can see everything. Okay.
I done scraped everything. Like spending over $200 on shoe back then was nuts. Like
you was at with Delta Sonic?
Nah, them boys was. I was at Foot Action.
Foot Action.
Oh,
I never shout out to. I mean, not shout out, but I hate Foot Action, Foot Locker, any sneakers. I apply for all of them. I like shoes.
Yeah.
If I go me,
I
I
applied
applied
to
for
Delta. I
all
couldn't
of them,
get
but
it.
I could not get
Yo,
into
I
not
couldn't
one
get
sneaker shoe,
from
bro.
Delta. I couldn't get in Mickey D's with Fat VZ.
That's
I
crazy.
applied to McDonald's
I applied
twice
to all the
and
sneaker
never
shoes,
got
bro.
the job.
But you got foot
I want to
action,
go back to like just the high school
Yeah.
that time, just that sneaker craze, right? Just I remember, that at the time, right, off of J's, right? Was the foams was popping,
Phones was
foams,
definitely
half
popping.
cents, just all the different shoes,
Like
so
basketball, period. Any type of Nike basketball shoe.
Nike basketball
was
shoe
coming out.
was a
Yeah,
thing. It was just
that
a
was
thing.
like a little
You know what I
thing.
mean? It was just a
A
whole
little
thing.
rock.
So, just talk to me about, I guess, that time. How, I mean, because we could talk about now too, but just how was it? How accessible it was to get those shoes? How many shoes you had at that time?
Yeah, how
Like,
many
was it
shoes?
like? Did you used to count? Did you keep count? Did you care?
Yeah, at that time, so by sophomore, junior year, I was in it. Like, that's all I cared about. Like,
Mhm.
fuck school, how I'm going to get this pair, blah, blah, blah. I feel like junior year, that was the height, and I probably had, like, a little over 100 at one time.
That's wild.
And the only reason
I
why
remember
stopped,
I remember the picture, bro.
Yeah.
I remember the picture,
the only
bro.
reason I stopped, my mom was like, yo, where else you going to put the rest of these shoes? Like, so I'm like, after that, and then it's like, when you had that many shoes, like, you don't even wear half of them. It became like a collecting thing. Like,
Yeah.
how
No, that's
people
right.
have their whatever, like, they collect this and that. Like, that was my thing. It wasn't even about wearing the shoes.
You
sometimes.
didn't.
It was about just getting the shoe. Like, I got them.
In senior year, I remember. No, it's funny. I don't know. Like in senior year, Dan. I remember when Dan wore the sneaker, like I've never really seen him wear the same sneaker twice.
Yeah.
Like in a
week
or
a
like
decent amount of
span.
time. Yeah.
But like I remember he did. I'm like, damn, Dan fell off. I wonder what happened.
Senior year, I didn't care.
In my mind, I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, this nigga fell off. Like,
Yo, he fell off.
yo,
Senior
he wore
year,
the
that's
same
how
shoe.
Cozy started. I wore like a white tee and sweatpants every day. I did not give a fuck about school.
Damn, Dan fell off.
Because he wore the same pair of shoes twice.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
Yeah,
when you
that's
set up
crazy.
a standard like that,
Yeah,
when it's
for-
like you're
especially
looking at
2
somebody, it's
years
like he
straight,
like
especially 2 years straight.
yeah, he's always different.
Bro, let's keep it 100. Shout out to Spencer. How did you feel?
Spencer was one of them.
But how did you feel not winning best dress?
I knew
Senior year.
Spencer won that, and he can vouch for it. Spencer. Was
I did not
like,
vote for him, by the way.
Spencer, shout out to Spencer, but Spencer had a good year.
Spencer was like
One
somebody
good
I
year.
respected, and Spencer was not even like.
I forgot all about that.
He had one good
was
year.
in the-
That was wild.
Nah,
Yo,
but no,
and-
he was a skateboarder, so he was more
SBs.
universally known in school. Like how we say Mikey D, like everybody knew him.
Spencer, yeah, Spencer he was loved.
Like
he was loved.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
he-
weirdos
yes,
didn't
yes.
know me.
no, you're right. Yo, you're right.
You
You're
know
right.
what
That's
I'm
why you
saying? Like,
lost.
if you-
Yeah, that's why you
if
lost.
you wasn't-
Absolutely.
Winning those categories, you have to be
There's
known
no way he
by
should've
more
won
than
that.
half the class. Like I went side. Like you didn't really know me. Like unless we was
No, you're right. You're right.
girl affiliated. Other
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we
in that
wasn't,
little
like,
yeah.
But the black
I
boy
wasn't
should have
an
got you, bro.
athlete.
The black boy should have got
But
you.
if you think about it, if you think about our lunch table, it was athletes. Me and like another person was probably like not the only athlete sitting with y'all. I played basketball 2 years. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
no,
Like,
no.
I wasn't considered an athlete. I was just a
You're
fly nigga in that group.
That's the only
You get
reason.
what I'm saying?
And now that you even said it, that is a
Spencer
travesty.
was known.
shout out to Spencer. though.
Spencer was known by the blacks, the whites, the Asian. Like how you said, like it's different groups. Spencer was known by everybody.
He was. I
He
can
was
remember.
liked
Yes.
by everybody.
He
I
was
wasn't
liked.
liked by everybody.
But it is a travesty. I want to just put this on record for everybody hearing me. Everybody that listens to it from Tech.
Yo, when I came to
it is
homeroom
a
the next day,
legit travesty.
because I think I missed
It's
when
a
it came out.
travesty.
I came to homeroom the next day. I don't know. I ain't gonna say what names, but you know, 2 girls walk up to me like, "Are you upset? Are you?" I'm like, "About what?"
Yo, say their names, bruh.
Nah.
You was in my homeroom, bro. We Robinson at Bradford, bro. I can say some
who's
names.
the girl?
They are not important, but
Nah, I never-
Oh man.
they like, yeah, you ain't win best dress. I'm like, I wasn't going for it. Like,
But I cannot.
if you
believe
know,
that, man.
that's one of the things. Like, if you know, you
Shout out
know.
to
Like,
Spence, though. Shout out
But
to
no, that's not. If
Nah.
you know, you know. You
I
should have been
catch up
best
with
friends.
Spence.
Like that's not even
I
like
catch
a.
up with Spence like once a year on social media. We talk about shit.
He
but
making beats, bro.
Spence knows.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shout out to
Spence
Spencer.
knows.
I mean, no. Shout out to Spencer. Love
Spence
him, man.
definitely knows.
I'm just saying,
He's
like,
the one that wore it. And it
yeah,
cost
like
him.
I didn't
But
even.
honestly,
I don't understand how you won
to
it.
keep it a beat,
Nah, his senior year, he came with some.
honestly,
he
to,
did some heat.
to keep it a
He was
beat,
real
I
hot
voted for
topic-ish.
Spencer
Did you
because
really?
like I ain't gonna vote for myself.
You should have.
No, Spencer came with some heat. Yeah.
You
Spencer,
get what I'm
like, he's-
saying? Like,
I
yeah,
definitely voted for Dan.
If
Robinson,
all
like,
4
it's not
years,
even
it's not close. The last
yeah.
year or
If you
two,
do
when you
all
get-
4 years,
it's
it's
not-
not
it's not
close.
even
No,
close.
nigga.
But
all
the
no
last
years.
couple years, Spencer,
no years, bro.
he had some stuff.
And now that y'all bring that up,
I'm not
like
giving y'all that.
this is like a personal thing with me. Like I'm not, you know how old rappers like Well, the new thing with rappers, they be like the old rappers be hating on you, so I don't want to hate on the young dudes. But it's like now that I'm seeing dudes in our age group that was trash in high school, couldn't dress, and now they getting fly because they got money.
They is getting fly. No,
it's
you're
like
right.
when you look at them,
No,
like,
you're absolutely right. How do you feel about that?
It's just like,
That's what I want to talk about.
How do you feel about
No,
that?
let's talk about that.
bro, I'm like,
No,
it's
you're
just
absolutely right, Dan. Niggas
people
is
come
not
to tell
doing
you
I
that.
get it. When you get the bag, you want to get all the things.
And I know you're talking about.
that you
It's
that
a
you
couple.
idolize. That you
No,
idolize.
it's a couple. It's a couple. I still look at them now. I'm like,
Nigga, you was
you
not
was
dressing.
ass in high school.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't look nothing like that. Girls too. It's not just guys. It's girls too. Like they got some glow ups. Like
Now that's a fact, bro. No,
there's
no,
a
that's
lot of girls
fact.
that glue up, but when they was in high school, like, and you never know somebody's financial state and all that stuff. But I feel like I made it work.
But is it? I know you say you out the game, but is it a scene now? Because I know I remember talking to somebody. I forget who I was talking to, but they was like the sneaker game. Oh no, it was Bags actually. There was like the sneaker game.
Shout out to Bags.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying he was. I don't know why we was talking about it, but he was like the sneaker game is kind of crazy now, because it's like everything is inflated, and it just kind of just got wow.
Just being comfortable going to the mall and finding a shoe you like or something you wanted and not being there. Back in the day, we can
All
do
white
that.
ones is not. I can't get a pair, bro.
Yes, it's
can't
so
get a pair.
the
Money Bag Yo got him.
the resale game.
I can't get a pair of all white ones, bro.
It's like to a point like how when you see like at that store across from the movies in the mall where they selling Arizonas for over $1. It's that feeling like
it's like that.
Why
Like, hell no.
why are you reselling all white Air Force Ones for $1.50? They supposed to be $80 or
Right.
$90 because now they're 100 in men's, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are you doing? Like you taking the fun out of something that's just supposed to be like this for forever. But it's just like people made it that way.
Now now that's what I want to know too. Do you remember this time when people like selling sneakers back and forth was a thing?
But
like
it wasn't for everybody. It was
true.
like a secret
It
society.
It was
that
a
did
secret
that.
society. So it was like, but people actually knew like those were like you'd be like, oh, those is actually my sneakers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? It was only a select
A
few
lot
people.
of dudes used to have my sneakers.
And that's what I'm saying.
And
I
then
had a pair of red foams that
then
was
go on
people
the
said that
date.
to
Then
me.
go on a date.
They was like, don't mind, bro. I was like,
Then go
all
on a
right.
date with a girl that used to be bi. So like, how do you
Oh,
think I
that's
look at
wild.
dudes?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got my whole old outfit on.
Damn,
You and my whole old joint.
So do
How I'm
you
supposed to look?
Yeah, that's wild. Do you? Yeah, yo, that.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't. We can talk about it. Let's talk about it.
That's a little wild.
I guess we can talk about it.
But I
don't know.
always sold stuff to get something better, or I wanted something else because I probably wasn't working or it wasn't enough. Foot Action. I spent my check at Foot Action. Foot Action would pay us like
Yeah, it was shorts. I
$250,
was working at Taco
$300.
Bell.
You spend it there.
shit. I would have blew it even more if I ain't had to connect at Taco Bell. We had the little trade going on. I
That's
looked
crazy.
out for him. He looked out for me at the
crazy.
bell.
That is crazy. That is crazy. So when this is what I want to know too. Even in that time, right, and even moving forward, because after high school, because it seemed like that whole whatever genre started to get bigger and bigger. Like you know what I'm saying? Like after high school, people obviously started
The
working.
sneaker culture got bigger. I'll say because of rappers and athletes. Like they made stuff even. How we said phones was already a thing. Then Wale started bringing
Wale.
up
Shout out to Wale.
phones. Then like certain like that inflated. And once like big companies find out, oh, this is exactly what they want, we'll put it out at a higher price. And then once shit started getting violent, that's when the raffles and the apps, all that came about because people just started going crazy.
Shout out to I mean obviously shout out to Nut. Nut. I remember Nut had a picture of he had like all the phones on he had a picture.
Yeah,
he
just
probably still
mad
got it.
joints,
He had every
yeah.
pair. He had like 10 pair of phones,
Yeah.
and that was a thing. And I remember I had phone whatever. Did you have reference to that picture? Did you have like some type of certain collection, like a 3-pack or 4-pack or 5-pack that was like this joint is crazy. This is like I don't know. Just
So bringing up that Sigma Fly shit,
Yeah.
I remember the first time I like really like camped for a shoe, like dudes
yeah.
waiting outside.
Camping was a thing. Yeah.
I was with Kevin Moses, and this was the year those countdown packages was coming out, where it was 2 Jordans in one, the one box. It was the first one. It was like, it might have been January of 07 or January 08. I don't know, but I know it was around that time. It was the 10s and the 13s. That was the first countdown package.
Yeah.
And we was in the lot like the day before. Me, him, and the girl.
Black and
just
white
in the car.
13s.
Black and white 13s.
I remember
And
those.
I feel like once Jordan started doing that, that was like the first joint because that package was like 300, 310 or whatever it was. So Just imagine
going half on the pack.
going half on. Dudes was going half on the pack. Like
That's wild.
But I mean, the first one I got for myself, and then that one, the last one was the 11s and 12s. That was like that December. Like those was the that year of just sneakers.
The fives came out. The red fives, right?
Fire red fives.
Oh,
with
I still
18s.
want those shoes.
Like packs like that.
That's
Dudes just
one of
wanted
my
the
favorite shoes
fives.
I
They
never
didn't really
had.
care for the 18s. The 18s was like black with
Yeah,
red or
but
whatever.
the fives was some things for sure.
But those releases, those all-star releases with like the Galaxies and the KDs, like that stuff made sneakers like a globe, like even bigger, like harder to get stuff. So dudes want the KDs. Basketball players influenced too. KD, Kyrie, like they all came like while we was getting out of high school.
And that's
You get what I'm saying?
it
Kobe's.
switched. Yeah,
Like I wasn't wearing Kobe's.
Right,
like, in
right.
high
That's
school.
when LeBron's
Yeah,
came
it's
too.
kinda
Bronze had a little
Bronze
run.
was raw.
That's when it went crazy.
Bronze had
to
a
me.
run.
Yeah, so it's
it
like
just it kind of got weird
it's
at
like
that
a
point.
pot.
Yeah,
Athletes,
that just got
rappers,
wild.
like entertainment, like fucked it up.
It's like
It
people was
fucked it
wearing
up for the
LeBron.
common
That was
man
actually
just to go
a
get some
thing.
Jordans or
Yeah.
basketball shoes that you really want to use for basketball.
And so online, so all those releases. We talking about those releases. Is it a shoe that you didn't get that you? It's probably
I still
crazy
want
to
to
say
this day.
that you was like, damn, I didn't get those. I still want those. Is it any of those shoes going back then? Just like, man, I really wanted those. I didn't get
Referring to those dudes I was talking about before that just got money and started buying old shoes, I'm still like one of them guys. Like I've had all those first releases of the Yeezys. I had the gray pair, I had the black pair, but I end up selling them. It's just like I don't get too attached to shit, so like I'll go hard just to obtain it, just to say I had it, and then
And
I
then
don't
you let
really
it go.
want it. But a shoe that came out back in high school, no. But it's a shoe I want them to bring back. The Air Bacons, just the black and
Bacons.
red one with the yellow laces. Like
Yeah.
I feel like Nike basketball need to release those. Like I wish I had those now.
the bacon.
It was comfortable.
The red. I remember the red and black one with Bacons. The Bacons was fire.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bacons.
And they about to bring Cardinal Sevens back. I used to hoop in those in 8th grade.
That's crazy.
Highgate colors was the same as such day. Maroon with the gold.
That
So I
was
wore those in 8th grade.
that was interesting, like, because it wasn't a lot of maroon back then. Like for sneakers, like now it's like maroon. You can find.
I got the maroon
everywhere.
and white sixes. Yeah.
I didn't care about organized basketball until 8th grade because I never lost a game in 8th grade. Like we literally didn't lose to any school.
At Highgate.
Yes, it was me, Keon Colvin, Tadre Rogers. We had a squad. Like we was nice.
But let me
We
ask
was
you
nice.
this. So say like you got sneakers, right? And you going out for a weekend or whatever the situation is. Two things. If you go to the mall, like what are your stores that you going to? Like just the Gallery Mall. Like what are your stores you going to? Like you trying to find something to wear. Or it's a situation where like
now,
I mean you could do it now now or back then, whatever. Or is it a situation where like online was just that prevalent in your life? But you could,
online was just more important back then to get something like more limited or something that wasn't available in Buffalo.
right.
Um,
But if you did have to go to the mall.
if I did have to go to the mall, it was what back then Finish Line. We old now. There's no Finish Line no more. It's JD Sports.
Right.
Finish Line, yeah, Athlete's Foot. I went to all the regular spots. You just had to get there first.
What about for clothes? Or you
Clothes,
never really shop for clothes in the mall?
I did. I'm trying to think of where I went before Urban Outfitters because like Urban Outfitters came after high school.
Against
I
all
swear.
odds? Was you against all
Against
odds?
all odds. Well, Kev and them, I had the plug everywhere. So Kev used to work out against all odds.
I remember that.
But I didn't really wear stuff too tough out of there. I did order a lot of stuff. Like other than jeans and shit, like that was always Gap, like Old Navy. I wore regular shit. I just made it. Like you can wear regular shit, but if you got a nice pair of shoes on, people just assume everything else is expensive on you.
Right. No, they do.
It could be
how it
Old
goes.
Navy jeans.
do.
It could be, if you make it look like that, but it don't have to be that. That's just how I was. That was my Ponzi scheme to make it look expensive.
So I guess my question is.
No, you did. I didn't know what it was.
So my question is like, we talking about all the stuff that you did. Like, has it ever, did you ever switch it in your mind? Like, y'all, I can make money off this because people like my style, people like like what I do. Do you ever think about, you ever thought about? Did you want to make a sneaker? Did you want to make a brand? Did you want to blah 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 X Y Z? Everything is marketable.
I've
now.
probably had like all those thoughts, but like that was never my mentality. Like going in, my mentality was have a nice outfit, dress comfortable. People say that to me because they like believe I can give you something nice, but it's like I don't have the energy to make you dress better. Like I can help you out, but I just don't care enough. Like
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie and be like, yeah, I never thought about making a clothing brand or doing this and that. I just don't have the energy for it. I won't lie about it. Like I'm lazy. Like I have 100 thoughts. I could make a nice sweatshirt. I could do all that, but I just like don't care. I just don't care.
I think I don't know. I don't know if it was senior year you kind of transitioned into that because I mean you
Yeah,
did care
I
at a
did.
point. Like you know what I mean, you were very.
It kind
very
of
into
became
it.
too big. Like when people was like really calling me sneaker man then that I didn't know. I'm like,
No, you was. I mean, then,
like
Yeah, that's who you were. You were
Everybody
Sneaker
had,
Man
yeah,
then,
no,
bro.
seriously,
But
people
yeah,
would know.
people-
People know you from that.
yeah, but people I knew, yeah, that was cool. Y'all calling me that, the girls calling me that, but like just random motherfuckers like while I'm in the mall, like, yo, you sneaker man there from MySpace. Like,
But you know what though? It's funny. It's
No,
funny
I'm
you said
not.
that though.
No, I'm not.
It's funny you said it because like when we were in high school, like the internet and that whole wave of people, like the internet making the world smaller.
yeah,
That's when it hit.
Yeah.
Like so, it's like people across town did like
yeah.
they know you.
Yeah.
They don't know you,
Yeah,
but
they
they
don't know you,
actually
but they
do
see
know
me on
you.
social
Yeah,
media.
they see you on social media. It's like, yo, this guy
MySpace.
got all the sneakers.
What was on MySpace or Facebook while he was in high school?
A little bit both.
I wasn't on anything.
We was on, was definitely was
MySpace was big.
because you know you had the four
Facebook,
for sure, but Facebook came into play.
like right at the
In
end.
high school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they like renovated. Then people really was on.
Well, it definitely was MySpace.
MySpace was
Yeah.
big. Wasn't it like the first the friend thing?
Yeah, it was like the first four, the top six.
top 8,
Yeah.
top
Top
6,
eight,
or
whatever.
whatever.
I remember.
was.
Shout out to Jalen again. Jalen was really big on MySpace. They said.
Jalen who? J Fly?
Yeah. No. Jalen was J Fly.
I thought he was.
He was.
Sure. Sure.
I don't know.
It's
It's a long time ago.
I
yeah.
remember him and Nas. Nas made a diss song about him because he used to rap.
Did,
Yeah, you never hear Nas
nah,
diss song?
I don't remember that. Nah, I don't remember
He
that.
used to write rap.
Yo, do you remember? Yo, I remember when Nas.
I miss high school. I wish I could have all
I know,
those
high school
fake
was fun.
beats and all that shit.
Do
Like,
you
high school was
remember-
funny.
when Nas, shout out to our guy Nas, bro. Yo, this was the funniest day. I remember Dan complimented Nas on his outfit. I don't know if he ever did this ever before.
Yeah, because he's bum ass.
remember.
Shout out to that.
you remember
He had the
you
Jay
that-
Holiday hoodie. That's
You
shout out to
remember?
Jay Holiday.
It was a dance. It was a school dance. Nas, I don't know where Nas got this like it was like a gray blouse. Or
Yeah, it was a Jay Holiday hoodie, bro. That's what I'm talking
It was
about.
nasty. His braids was nasty. Everything was nasty.
He had the raw Jay Holiday hoodie, bro.
You know that dance you're talking about?
Why you talking about that?
No, the dance you talking about is Wire's something.
Shout out to Wire.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wire.
No, Wire was at 39 too, bro.
Wire was at 39.
Wire's at 39.
Yeah.
And Wire
Shout
did
out
a
to Wire. It
dance.
was cool.
Wire did a
I
dance
found
at
out
39.
Wire was like my fake cousin in high school. Like I didn't really know.
Shout
Shout out to Wire.
bro.
Yeah,
He
that's-
was at
that was the
39.
first dance. Yeah, that was
Wire
the first
did do
dance.
that.
And he did
They
a dance
got
at 39
crazy.
first, but then that was his first like big joint. He was DJ Wire. He wasn't DJ Wire back then.
Nas fucked up
DJ
that whole picture. Nas fucked up the whole thing. Me, Money, and whoever talking about we come in polo. Like everybody used to wear polo Levi's. That was like the biggest thing. You had a
Polo
new pair of Levi's, new polo. We was good.
And some
to
J's.
Nas,
Polo
man.
Levi's
But I was
J's.
being different. I think I had a Lacoste shirt on. Like that
You
was the
had
thing
Lacoste.
with me. If everybody's
Yes,
wearing polo, I
you
tried
had
to get a
Lacoste.
Lacoste.
You would do that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Nas
Yes.
just came out his daddy closet. I don't know
Yo,
what that jacket
chill.
was.
I'm not doing that. Nas looked
what that
alright,
jacket
bro.
was.
Shout
out to
Nas. Nas was trying to go for it that day, Doc. That's
He was
so
crumping.
crazy.
Nas was crumping back then. Shout out to Nas.
Yeah, he used to crump
That was terrible.
or
I don't
get
like
light.
it.
One of them. Yeah, he was crumping.
Yo, that was a good day.
We going back to the sneakers.
Sneaker coach.
So let's talk about now, right? Because it's crazy now.
Now I'm
I don't
a
know what
father. I want anything that's comfortable. I don't care about.
You don't care about like. So I guess when you right, we got sneakers right there. When you talk about sneakers, as you talking like when you go buy a shoe, is it like, oh, I like these, I want to wear these, or is it like these gonna hold value? I know I can resell these.
I'm not into that like no more about like reselling stuff. I never really was. Like I just wanted stuff for myself. I only like I said, I only sold stuff to get something else or I didn't want that shoe. I want this now or blah blah blah. But I was never into that craze of reselling. I hated it. Like I was one of them like even though I've resold shit, like just bought something to sell it. But I hate that, like especially like when you really want something, they sold out. But you know somebody in the same zip code that's selling a shoe for $300 and you know that shit was $100.
Nick
earlier
Luco.
today. There's a bunch of dudes.
Shout
I ain't gonna say names.
John is in the cow because that's
I don't
my
want
guy.
to say names, but it's like
Nah, I'm just playing, I'm just
I
playing.
did it. I did it, but I've never just
Shout
put
out
my
to Cal.
energy into that. Like I was never like now. I just need a fresh pair. I'm a father now. Like I'd rather get my son some shit. So I'm more focused on just getting him stuff or
Do
stuff.
you dress
I
him
wish I
fly?
Yeah, that's all about
not
fatherhood,
not
bro.
right now because the nigga grow every 2 weeks, so
Nah,
it's
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
it's
pointless. Like his foot is staying the same for a couple months, but he.
Let's talk about fatherhood. We all fathers. We all fathers of sons too, right? That's a big deal. I think that's a nuanced thing too, because we all making grown men.
I mentioned my brother earlier, but my father too. Like when you go through, I feel bad for kids these days because they gonna have to go to social media to look at old pictures of us. They don't got photos.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you used to go through old pictures of your parents and all that, my dad used to be fly.
Oh wow.
He was a DJ, so he always had some old Nike fleece jumpsuit on or Adidas or whatever. So he was like a heavy influence too, like as far as like dressing.
That's interesting. You said that. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he
when our
was
kids, they
always
will look
fly.
at social media. And
I
be
know
like, Yo,
that's
what
crazy.
Did you, what did you wear?
I mean, cause
Yeah, like
that's funny.
all this is gonna be on social. Unless you go get something like physically printed out. Before that's how you remember stuff. Your parents had albums of stuff.
That's another thing too. We could go to this, but that's another thing too, though. Like the whole fly guy movement. Because remember, going into high school, baggy was still like people were still wearing baggy
and
shit.
I was going into the skinny. With
And
them,
that
boys.
is when that was fundamentally different. Like
Yeah.
it was,
skinny jeans. I had a pair.
but everybody wasn't on
I
that.
remember a bad outfit I had. I think I bought some skinny acid wash jeans or something from like Zoomies. I don't know what I thought. It was like the fake rock star craze with the famous tee.
I think I
was
remember
a
that.
bad outfit.
You look bad.
Creative.
I mean, that's bad because
No, but
talk
I'm
about
just saying.
baggy because
But
I mean that's
that's
what
a
Jabos was then. Jabos was the thing. Jabos jeans was the
ending
jeans.
that
High
grade
school,
school.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
freshman
Y'all was
year.
not. Y'all was wearing like fitted stuff.
But
Jabos,
that scene started because I started fucking with them and they telling me like, nah, nudie denim is better and this and that. It fit better. They was wearing skinnies because it showed your sneakers better. That's
Right.
That's a
know.
fact. And you could cuff the
Okay,
jean.
okay,
Cuff the
As
jean.
and all those people was wearing it because you're a jerk and all that. It's
Yeah.
like they dancing, like
Oh,
they doing
okay.
that.
Show your
That
shoes
crew was
better.
doing that, but it was like, yeah, we
Same
was
thing with
wearing
joggers.
skinnies.
Jogger shorts. Jogger sweatpants was a thing. Came into later
Yeah,
after that. Yeah.
a little after that.
But and that's my thing. So like even now, cause like it's so many options now, right? Like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
you can literally dress how you want now, as long as you comfortable.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like even when you out, like when you see, like, do you ever get like inspired sometimes by like somebody somebody like, damn, that outfit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you put that together.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever get inspired?
And anybody, you could be out, church, the mall, whatever. You see something like now, like when you go on the out and you just dressing comfortable because you got a little kid with you, you making sure they good. You don't really care about what you got on. And then you see like a whole fly family, like they all got their shit on. Like, damn, I could have did better because even they fucking stroller got leather on it. I be like, y'all giant went hard. Like y'all prepared for this day. I'm just trying to get this little nigga out the house. Like, yeah. But I do. Like every now and then, I'll like that. Like these shoes. I just bought all these shoes in the last month.
Get out of here.
Cause I just wanted some sneakers, but comfortable, original. You
That's
know what
crazy.
I'm saying? But then I won't buy sneakers for 6 months or a year. Like I don't need sneakers. I just get into a craze like I want those.
But so you don't think so? You think that whole I guess it was a phase, right? That whole sneakerhead thing was a phase. You
It was high
100.
school. Yeah.
So you out of it. You don't think you ever gonna be like I want to get back in there on some just.
Nah, I'm just like a regular like.
You don't go into raffles anymore.
No, I do.
You got your
I
connect
like to
still.
try. I have hope, but I don't like really get mad. Like say I don't win, I'm not about to go crazy to go
Get it.
whatever. But now like you got stuff like GOAT and StockX to like.
Yeah, if
might
you want
pay
the shoe, you get the
$20
shoe.
over retail. If you really want it, you can spend the extra
So
20-30 if you really want it.
But is StockX fake?
I've
even
heard
talking
that
about
people
it.
had bad experience with them, but I don't think it is.
I got a couple
I'm
pairs
a
from
GOAT,
StockX.
I'm a GOAT guy. I started GOAT because GOAT had Afterpay, so when you bought it on a budget,
You could just
Afterpay was on GOAT first, I think. So I
That's
always
wild.
order
I didn't
from
even know
GOAT.
that.
We talked about Yeezys. I mean, if that's the answer, what's the second pair? So what's the most you ever spent on a pair of shoes? That's
In
not
high school,
Yeezys. Just in general.
Sure.
Because did you got Air Mags that we don't know about? Did you ever have a pair of those?
Nah, I would have liked to own those, but that's what I mean. Like when I was in that phase and I'm into sneakers, I wouldn't have wore those. Like I would have put them downstairs in the man cave. Like I got them.
Yeah.
Like I ain't.
Air Mags that was the shoe.
That was an investment. If you can possibly win those, that was an investment. You could spend however much they cost. Like them shits is like 20 racks. Like
Yeah, it's crazy.
you get what I'm saying? Like shoes can be a business and all that. Which it is a business.
That's a fact.
But yeah, the Yeezys, nah.
But the Yeezy was the most expensive sneaker that you.
In high school, the Yeezy was the most expensive, which they retail for like 210, 215. I paid 600 at the time.
Jesus.
And the week before, if I would have had my money correct, they was like $500. But I ain't had that extra 100 at the time. I told my mom, because this high school, I don't got a debit card. How I'm gonna order
$600 shoes in high school?
Yeah, I had to ask my mom.
I ain't told you, that's kind of crazy.
So when I'm telling my mom the shoe is $500, she like, what?
Yeah, I would have been like, nah.
You get what I'm saying? Before I was spending $200. That wasn't
a
like
car was
like,
a G.
All right.
You get a car for $1,000.
Yeah,
back
she
then.
like, that's my car payment. Like, what you doing? I'm like, ma, I got the money. I got $400 right now, but they $500. She like, $500 on a shoe. Like, she like, you got a gun and all that. She asking me shit. I'm like, nah, but they important. Like, I need these.
Nah, for real.
But as an adult, I started looking at designer stuff a little bit more. Even though I'm not really into designer shoes, I bought a pair of Dior's and those was like $1,200. I would never do that again, by the way.
Can you
never? Don't ever buy a designer sneaker thinking like you gonna look cooler. Like that is the worst idea.
They're trash, right?
The shoe I have isn't trash because it just looks like an expensive New Balance.
Oh, okay.
But as an adult, like you do try shit. Like when you in the phase, like I never had a designer shoe.
So you got one.
I had the extra bread. PPP loan, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out PPP. But that's.
But no, don't ever do that. If I'm going to tell you, don't ever buy a designer shoe thinking you.
The Balenciagas.
They look.
You know how people get. You know how people get their birthday outfit. They want Burberry, Gucci. Like, once you obtain that,
it's over.
It's just like the other material. It's really a material thing. Like you.
So
will
you don't.
Lose love.
You don't believe you get what you pay for. You're not that type of person.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Clothes, yeah, like. The people that spend $100 on a white tee and me when I go to Walmart and buy a regular white tee, people think that, but that's a personal thing. Like you gotta have the bread for that. Like I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't spend $100 on a white T-shirt.
But you have in your past.
No, but I've spent $100 on a T-shirt that somebody probably didn't think. Like Billionaires Boy Club in high school, that was $100 T-shirt. It's like $60 or $50 now. It was $100 when it was high school.
I don't know what that is. What is Billionaires Boy Club?
BBC?
For real, BBC or Bape. Those type of street brands, skateboard brands, like those in high school, that was just like skateboard shit. Now they're like looked at as designer shit.
Get out of here.
Supreme, all that stuff.
No, that's
because Supreme, the jumper Supreme is like
you was wearing Supreme in high school.
Supreme was crazy.
Yeah.
Supreme.
I learned about Supreme fucking with them boys though, and that's
I remember that.
That's a brand from where I should know because I'm from New York. I didn't really know about it until them boys and like my old like neighborhood friend in Harlem. Like he like, nah, you need to start wearing this. Like he told me like you should start wearing this. That's how I got into it. And then once rappers and ball players started wearing it, it go up.
Yeah.
Before you can walk into Supreme and get whatever. Now.
Nah, everything.
Gotta wait in 30 minutes.
The price is not yesterday's price, not today's price.
Buffalo dudes wasn't wearing Supreme. Like I know what you're about to get at. Like I was starting to find brands that like
that's what I'm saying.
People of that caliber will wear.
But that was the big thing for me. Which was like years later.
It's a thing now.
It's a thing. That's why when I look at you, I'm like I look at you more. And obviously, you get it from somewhere else. It's not like you originate everything. Somebody put you on. But at least for this section of the world, you were. I'm just saying you were a trendsetter.
Yeah.
No, you are like you were definitely more of a trailblazer.
I'm washed now. I don't.
But I'm being honest, you were way more of a trailblazer. Like even like with certain things you will wear.
Like you got this thing right here. What's this right that you brought? The good.
That's my man brand. It's called Good Taste, but I support local brands and all that.
Yeah, that's a local brand.
You do support local brand?
Yeah. I got my jet shit on right now because I know this is a Bills basement. How to represent.
That's a fact.
We just won 2.
Bills.
We 3-1.
Trash, bro.
I think we 3-1.
No,
y'all 2-2.
It's like that. Y'all would have been 2-2.
Nah.
Y'all was almost 2-2.
Nah, we.
Y'all was almost 2-2.
Yeah, we go to Super Bowl though, so that's the difference.
You better hope.
That's the difference between the Jets and the Bills.
With the last 3 years.
We're the best team in the league. But
yeah, it's a difference.
So with fashion, like
injuries right now.
What you said again?
With injuries.
Yeah.
Right now, you still the best team.
Yeah, with injuries. Yeah.
Let me. We get this person 1 second. But with fashion right now, like your son obviously is young, but like him growing up, do you think like if your son be like, okay, daddy,
okay, daddy.
First of all, call me pops.
I said dad, but
first of all, call me pops.
You cannot pause children. Like
You're not a child.
I've always been a proponent of that. You cannot pause when you speak about children. You can't. I am not a child, but when we're talking about children, you can't pause that.
Okay.
That's the rules. That's the only rule in pausing. You cannot pause kids.
Don't call him daddy again.
But so if he says dad, because even it start younger now. Like
These kids got cell phones at like 5 and 6.
So if he says that I want whatever rare sneaker that's out right now. I want that. Like what
age?
5, 6. So what does he go in first grade?
No.
You gonna say no?
I don't even think they don't really know about that until what?
I say
8, maybe 7 or 8.
No.
They
Oh, you
know.
7, 8 years old?
Hell yeah, they
7,
know.
8 is
Yes. Third, fourth
you.
grade is a thing. Sneakers and what you wearing is a thing in third and fourth grade for a fact. My son comes and say, "I want to wear the Nike." Like, bro, what are you talking about?
Like you said, whatever rare. If it's
Or whatever it is.
if I feel like it's obtainable for whatever price, but like I would hit him with that same shit. Our parents were like, you gotta have a good grades. Like you gotta do something for me to go out my way to like give you something that's not what you need, like a gift. But I didn't do that. Like at 6th and 7th grade, like I didn't ask my parents for nothing until Christmas came around, and I didn't get that shit either. So like I got sneakers on my own. Like I said, like my first pair of Jordans, I bought myself.
True, but it is. You would admit that it is. I mean, it's somewhat different.
It definitely
like
is.
we afford our.
But
I'm sure we're gonna afford our kids more than what our parents
Nah,
did.
he gotta work
in some aspects.
He gotta do something, and it's bad because his mom gave him a burden. His name is Cash, so it's like you better hope he ain't broke because they gonna be coming at him. His name is Cash.
Would you ever be like?
That's like money. Like he better have some bread.
Cash will have bread. That's why the name is.
You named him that. So
that's why he gonna ask you. Would you ever be like, that outfit is low-key trash, son?
Yes.
You would say that.
I say it to my dad. Why wouldn't I say it to my son?
Really?
I don't hold my tongue for nobody.
That's true.
I tell people like, yeah, it's cool, but I wouldn't wear it, or that fits you. I wouldn't wear it.
And that's why everybody got their own preferences.
Yeah, I don't lie to people.
But that's your way of saying that drink's trash.
Nah, I would tell like if it's trash or I feel like it's too big or too tight. Like I would give you advice on how I would do it.
Is there such thing as too tight?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that is not comfortable. Like when you, yes, I could see.
Yeah, they be wildin' now. I don't know.
Shout out to Kush, but I remember Kush bought some 29 size True Religion. Remember True Religion was out?
Yeah.
I'm like, Kush, if you don't take them jeans off, bro.
Fun fact: I never wore True Religion.
True Religion, remember True Religion was a thing.
I've never had True
Religion. It was a thing. And I'm like, bro, if you don't take them size 29 jeans off, bro. But it was like to have True Religion on was a thing, bro.
Yeah,
it was a thing. Bro.
True Religion was like one
it's
of
a store.
The jeans was like $200-$300.
Yeah,
like,
$200-$300 jeans.
I was more focused on spending that $200-$300 on the shoes. A lot of people like that's why I never really agreed with. I was the flyest in high school because there was girls that wore expensive clothes, but we just didn't know what it was. Like Elijah and they had 7 jeans on, all types of stuff. I wasn't into that. I was just into sneakers.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
All right,
sneakers made me go to clothes. I was more focused on sneakers.
Okay, so whenever whenever that line where clothes and sneakers align, what was that? I say perfect outfit, but what was that outfit where he's like, damn, this shit is like, I want to replicate this. Like, what was the shoe that you had on, the jeans you had on, the shirt, the hat, whatever that is?
Well, what put me on the map with them boys freshman year? I had the Olive 5s, which didn't like come out in Buffalo. They were like green with a little bit of orange. They were 5s. Mm-hmm. And the hoodie I had was like, I think it was LRG. LRG was raw at the time.
LRG was raw.
Now, Against All Odds probably just open. Like they didn't have the hoodie I had, but T.I. had it on and like the shoulder length. One of the T.I. videos, he had it on. I had that bitch, and it matched the kicks. Everybody, look, Sam looking at it. How much Olive 9s in the 10.5 right now? Olive 5s. In the 10.5.
I don't know what's. This is on GOAT. It's $200.
Yes. They're $200.
That's what it say, right? Am I tripping?
Let me see.
I don't know if I'm doing it right, y'all. I've never been on GOAT. I've never been on StockX. I've never been on any of those
like
you got on Cool Grace.
No, like a used pair is $200. No, you're right.
Because Dan was coming.
The more expensive pair is like $400. No, they're actually not that.
You made him put on some. You made him put on his fancy shoes.
It's because Dan was coming. That's the only reason.
You pulled out the 11. But that's like some OG. That's what I'm on now. Like if I know I gotta go out, or if I know I'm about to be seen, I'll put some shit. Like I'll look in the closet. But now, like when I'm just comfortable, I'm going to the store. I'm like, it slides until snow drop. I'll wear slides every day. I'll wear sweats every day.
Yeah, I'm
like,
not. I'll be chilling.
Like after senior year, I didn't care about wearing jeans. It was just sweats, just being comfortable.
Do you think that's just maturity, or you think that's just how the sneaker culture changed? It just did it like it's like just how you was going. You think it's gonna be like that regardless, or because the sneaker culture is literally insane. Do you think that affected? Just like I don't care no more. It's just too much. That's how I feel. I don't.
Yeah,
care
I
about
would say
shoes
that
at all
off the
no more.
rip, but it's like I was still into sneakers, so I figure out a way to get something. That's why I started selling shoes to get whatever. But it didn't make me tap out. But it just maturity, like life. You like I ain't got time to be wasting $300 on this when I could be paying a car and a phone bill, all that stuff. Once you start getting your own bills, all that shit's out the window. High school was easy because I wasn't paying for shit.
Right. You ain't have, yeah. This is what I wanted to say too. Like, do you think that you ever got to a point where you said, because some motivation was females, right? Like you wanted to look nice
It was
to
always
attract.
the motivation.
Right.
Yes, it is.
That's just the facts.
That's anything.
Don't let no
No,
don't
right,
do
right,
lie
right,
to you.
right,
It's
right.
women.
So did you?
It kind of starts with a haircut. Sneakers and haircut is like the first thing girls look at. Then grooming. They'll look. Haircut is grooming. They'll look at your haircut, your shoes, your teeth. Like that's all shit you gotta have.
1,000.
Yeah.
So when you did that, when you used to dress like that, like did you ever get to a point? And I'm talking about even after high school, where you kind of figure out, or maybe I don't know if you ever figured this out, that
I was gonna get them regardless.
yes, that clothes really didn't like
Matter?
it never. Yeah, like
It matters to a
It's a
point.
must-
No, I'm not
It
saying
gets to a
it's an
point.
I'm not
icebreaker.
saying
It's an
that.
icebreaker.
I'm not saying that it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But what I am saying
it
is that
enhances your chances with
you
certain
can't
girls.
like you can't actually do this without them. Like you don't need to do that. Like, do you know at that point? I know at that point of my life.
I always knew that. That
It
was
just was.
If you have common sense, you had good parents, you came up the right way. You always knew that you didn't need material things to attract a woman,
Right.
but to get the better woman or the one that you know you don't deserve. If you come full, if you checking all the boxes, like why would she say no? If you come in,
Nah,
why would she say
That's
no?
a fact.
If you checking all the boxes, why she say no? Why
If
do
you got the
women-
fit
why
check-
do women say no now? You might not check the boxes she need check. You might not check all the boxes, but if you ain't checking the box of this and that, she ain't gonna.
We talk about to get somebody on the first day. We talk about get somebody number. We not talking about if you're a
Sneakers?
good nice, if you're a nice guy, whatever. But we talk about that initial. You see a female and you got all the boxes checked. You look nice, your haircut, whatever. You got the nice accessories. She gonna be like, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I done seen
Yeah.
females that I thought looked good and then seen their sneakers or how they dress, and I wouldn't talk to them.
Really?
That's how I was in high school.
shallow.
I guess. Now,
that is
now I
shallow
don't
to
think
the
like that.
point.
Yeah, high school was bad. I was a dickhead.
No, I remember.
That's why I didn't win best dress. I was a dickhead. I didn't say hello to girls.
But
I
you
gave them
not
a
winning
hand
best
nod.
dress. Again, that was a travesty, y'all. I don't know what that was about. But
I didn't need best dress.
I
did
still
that.
think you still should win because that's just history and that should have been documented. But like, so even in that, like you said, okay, we talking about females. So you did like, do you think that? That's a good question. So like, do you think you ever got a female solely because of how you dress? Like it was like your presentation kind of like put you in a light where it's
For
like
sure.
you got somebody that who was, I don't want to say out of your league, but you get what I'm trying to say.
For sure. And then like girls that was into that craze too, like that girls that were into sneakers and like high beats, as you say, like you attracted girls. But then I learned like messing with girls like that, you gotta buy them the sneakers too. I want you
Really?
to buy me the sneakers.
Yeah.
Really, they
They want them.
Fuck
They
with
want
a
the
girl
shoes
that
too.
dress like you or better, like you're gonna spend more money. I'm selfish. I don't want to do that.
That's crazy. You said that.
I never even thought of that. Thank
know.
God.
I remember my barber.
I already know my
I remember my
girl, she
barber told me one time. He's like, I don't get why dudes like girls with bigger butts. Like you gotta buy more toilet paper. I'm fine. I was like, yo,
that's something
now,
wild. Yeah,
now
that's
that you
wild.
say that,
That's
I'm like,
actually wild.
why
to
would
say.
I buy more toilet paper?
That's wild to say.
Why would I buy more toilet
So
paper?
I mean, you are single, right? So how is this?
I am single.
So how is the single life out there? Let's talk about that for a little
It's
bit. before we
cool.
go outta here.
You
Like,
associate
how
yourself with good
the
people.
streets.
Keep it moving.
Because you hear different.
I'm
You hear
not in the
different.
streets. I'm not in the streets.
Okay.
I'm single because of shit I've been through recently, but I ain't in the streets. I'm not available either though.
Oh, really?
So you're not in the streets or available.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
you
available.
always
I don't know
been
how
like
that
that,
work.
then.
Why are you saying this?
Cause
You said I was affiliated with somebody. You said I had a girlfriend. I've had girlfriends before.
No, I know you have. I'm just saying, but like you've always been like
I had
not
like
available
one
though.
successful relationship. Not successful, but it lasted. Like in the adult life, that was it.
So if it was we talk about fashion. So if you had a date today, What's your drip? What's the drip check? What you coming? What you?
But you're
coming,
older
what you,
now.
What you
See,
wearing?
when you older, you address
Yeah.
according to like where you going. If you going to a Fridays or something, you dressing comfortable. If she say some restaurant you ain't never heard of, you might have to go button down or denim shirt. I'm still gonna be comfortable. I might throw in a Gap pair of jeans I just bought on sale last Christmas. Like Gap go to $20 jeans. People don't know that. Gap
Yes,
jeans be
they do.
$100. They got jeans for $20 in big sizes. You don't got that problem, but I got that problem. Rad used to have that problem. Then he dropped that weight.
Yeah, he
I
did
dropped
drop
that
weight.
weight. I dropped that weight.
But yeah.
But
When
you,
I got a gun and all that, I gotta find a size 38, 40. Every spot don't go up there.
but you so when you go shopping, do you clearance shop?
Of course,
got
that's
to.
the only way to shop.
No, that
Other than
everybody
sneakers.
doesn't do that.
No,
They
other than
stupid.
sneakers. That's what I'm saying. Other
They
than
stupid. I'm not
sneakers,
stupid, but
sneakers, like if I'm in a sneakers or I know I want this and that, like I might blow the budget on this because I know I want that. I know I want this New Balance. I know I want this. I'll like,
So you clearance.
but clothes,
With the clothes.
yeah, Nike factory. Like it
You
don't
ever
matter.
thrift?
yes.
I used to in high school. I'm not really into that no more. That was part of that skinny jeans.
They had skinny jeans in a thrift store.
No, but like the skinny jeans went with like the graphic tees and like the
Weird stuff.
not even weird like
I don't know.
like what's in now like the thrift like the 90s tour tees and
Oh,
old looking stuff. They would wear skinny jeans with that.
AC/DC, weird.
Yeah, like rock and roll.
That's
shit
it.
like
Yeah,
that.
like it's website. It's like things on Instagram you can find like five star.
You can literally
vintage.
find anything.
Like
Like,
I got old hockey jerseys,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like people
now that Raz said hockey jerseys, next time you get on social media, it's gonna be an advertisement for hockey jerseys.
That's a fact.
You know how
I got a few hockey jerseys, you know what I'm
Changed the
saying?
game. Yeah, that definitely changed the game.
I used to be the plug for hockey jerseys. Remember, I was working at Reebok in the outlet a couple years ago.
Oh, I remember that.
I was I
I
had
do
a
not
little
remember that.
I had a little finesse there too.
You worked at Reebok and Outlet?
Yes,
I
this
definitely
was
don't remember that.
2015.
I was definitely out the loop at that point.
Yeah,
But,
I had this. You should have knew me then. You would have had a hockey jersey
I
now.
got a couple hockey jerseys, bro.
I had the little
I
scam
don't know where they
going.
at. got a couple hockey-
I do want to transition just a little bit because I do want to talk about this. It's been a minute. We about to get off y'all, but I want to bring up this. I don't know if everybody's seen the trailer of Black Panther.
Yeah, I seen it.
You seen the trailer?
I did not see the trailer of Black Panther.
I do want to get this off
I
my
see
chest.
like just the advertisement. I didn't see
Oh, you did see the
trailer.
advertisement
Yeah.
though.
They showed the new who the Black Panther gonna be, right?
I'm not sure if they did.
They did.
They did.
They showed
When
it.
you say they showed it, like during the trailer,
Yeah.
it
It's
was
she.
that was her. Okay, I was just making sure
So
I was
it's a
seeing the right
female
thing.
Black Panther
It's
taking
Shuri.
over now.
Yeah, I
It's
got.
his sister.
I gotta say something.
Oh, okay. The skinny joint that was in there. Okay.
I'm. This is my views. Doesn't reflect everybody on the show.
Oh, here we go.
I'm sick. I'm over it, y'all. Like I can't deal with the women empowerment no more. Like
Bro, the Woman King just came out, bruh.
You're
Yeah.
not into women in lead roles.
No, I'm not women in lead roles. I'm not into
I
women
think
in
you're not
leadership.
into white America pushing it on us.
No. I am not into women in leadership. No.
Yo, you sound like
I
Dave
am not.
Chappelle right
No,
now.
I'm just being honest. Listen to what I'm saying. I am not saying that a woman can't lead. I'm saying that I
Tired of
am
it.
not into women in leadership. Do you get what I'm saying?
Period.
Okay.
You just don't.
Yeah,
fuck with them. You
yeah.
don't think
Like
they belong in
I
the
just,
top row.
yeah. I just think it's getting out of hand. Like I listen. It doesn't reflect everybody. I think y'all don't think it's getting out of hand. Like what are we doing? Like Black Panther's not a girl. That's just a fact.
She's not. I mean,
Like we just gotta be honest about that. Like
hear what
it's
you're
just
saying.
not. We don't always have to like put
What
a
would
girl.
you rather them do? Leave the movie alone?
No, just get another man. Like we do with anything else.
But I think that's out of respect for him because he did such a good job. They don't want to replace him with another black lookalike or.
I mean, I get that, but that's just
make it.
the way of the world. We
But
said
Shuri, but if you go to comics, she did become Black Panther. So it's not like
Oh, it's
they
part
come-
of the original story.
Yeah, the original story.
What are we
She
talking
eventually
about?
becomes Black
You don't like
Panther.
that the Woman King came out right before
I
and
just
now
think that they're
this.
just doing too much with it.
Because the
Though.
Woman King is
I
she's
didn't
not
see
she's
it.
not really the Woman King.
I didn't
if
see
you
Woman
watch it.
King
I didn't watch it
either.
either. I didn't watch it.
It didn't make me want to go. I'm not big on movies right now. But
Really? Oh, you just chilling?
I'm a phase guy. Like I'll get into a phase of like watching movies for a second, but I ain't really.
So you just chilling now?
I'm just.
Just
I'm not watching nothing that's hot. Like everybody talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm not watching that.
I'm not
I'm
watching
definitely
that.
not watching.
I'm not forcing myself to watch it because social.
No, don't watch
I'm not
that.
watching it.
I know, but I'm not.
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
not
you
forcing
saying you're
myself
not-
to
yeah.
like.
I'm not watching.
If I gaze about, if I'm bored as hell one day, I'm like, all right, let me see what it's about. I'll
No,
do
no,
it. But
don't
I'm
do it.
not. I done already heard it.
You watched
My
it?
girl- No, she was watching. I literally was
That
like,
shit is gym barbershop talk right now. I'm not.
I honestly
didn't
could
hear
not
nothing
understand
good. Like
how. I was like, what are you doing?
I'm good.
Like
off
this is
Jeffrey.
the most insane thing I've ever seen on
Fun
television.
fact:
in
my middle
life.
name is Jeffrey. That's another reason I don't want to watch
Get
that
outta
shit
here.
because it's connected with some weird shit right now.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
Jeffrey Dahmer, that shit. Yo, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And you know, like it's like a lot of TV now is like Wikipedia TV.
Yeah.
Like where you got like you were like so you gonna look at your phone
Is
like
it
what
real?
happened.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Like understanding like Jeffrey Dahmer, that was like over 20 years.
and
He
we
was,
done
like,
heard
killing
that
black
name before.
people. That was
It
insane.
was for 20
we heard
years
it
he
in
was doing it?
raps.
From 78 to 93.
93. Well, he died in 93.
Well, he died in 93, but from 78 to, like, 90,
92,
91.
We wasn't even born when he was doing that shit. Or
Oh
we
my
just like I done heard his name before. He's been,
I heard
like,
of Dahmer. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
But
Jeffrey
yeah.
Dahmer he's a serial killer. But I'm just
I know.
saying, like, I mean,
I'm not interested. Man,
I'm not. interested.
shout out 22 Caliber.
I feel
Not
like-
shout out to 22 Caliber. He was in Buffalo though.
I feel like the memes
Who?
are hilarious about it.
22
though.
Caliber.
What was that?
He was a serial killer.
Why are you shouting him out?
I said that's why I said not shout out, but
The only
no,
one I know
I
of
was
is like the bike path guy.
I was talking to my dad about
I'm sorry
about the
we had
Jeffrey
to
Dahmer.
end my joint like this.
He said
It's
he
still
said
about sneakers, people.
I know.
He wore sneakers too.
What sneakers did Jeffrey Dahmer
I
have
don't know.
on while
He
he
was
was raping?
wild.
I will never wear those shoes.
He was giving to it though. But
A white dude in the black community, he definitely had on some feet. He
no,
had
everybody
to.
look up to 22 Caliber. He was in Buffalo.
probably had on
He
some
went to
airbags.
he went to Bennett or
90s.
Burkhardt.
Who?
The 22 Caliber, yo, or it was another serial killer. He killed mad black people or bad people in general.
I never. heard
Anyways,
of
but
this
anyways, we off topic.
Buffalo should not be known for mass murder.
That's true. But do you think Buffalo's known for fashion, or do you think that we're always like the stepchild of New York?
I don't think Buffalo's known for fashion, honestly.
Interesting.
guy.
How do you feel about West
Because
Side Gun too?
who's known internationally or globally right now from
West Side
Buffalo?
Gun?
He is.
That's what I'm saying. How you feel about that? Do you think that? Because I mean, obviously West Side Gun was in Buffalo, but
Yeah, he
I
in
don't know what
fashion.
he was doing.
Yeah, I
He
done
was
met
on the
him
block,
multiple
but-
times. The first time I met him was at like a Buff State fashion show. Like I've
Stop it.
I've had run-ins with him. Like
Really?
yeah, he cool.
Do you think he dresses like?
I think he dressed better now than he used to.
Mm,
I feel like before he dressed like a old nigga that just got out. Now he in it. Like I
He's
feel
in
like
that
he
world.
he done met different people. He getting
Met
He
Galley.
met
getting
Virgil.
busy.
Like he met people.
Yeah,
He
he
been
getting
in.
busy now. But
Yeah.
before he dressed like a nigga that was fresh out to me.
Did you? I mean, he not that the cafe hat. Is he the cafe hat?
Nah, that's my boy Biz.
That's Biz.
Yeah.
Who
Biz?
like Brandon?
Yeah, that's Biz cafe shit.
Word.
Yeah.
who was Brandon?
Cobina?
Went to
I didn't know
Lafayette.
that. He played for Inner City. Shout out to Biz.
Uptown
Shout out to
Chase.
Brandon.
Yeah.
But he got a
cafe
different
section.
name.
I'm into, like I said, I support
Got his name
Buffalo
now.
brands. There's a lot of brands stepping up in Buffalo.
I did not
you
know
wanna mention
Biz
them?
is cafe, bro. I did not know
Well,
that.
cafe is the wave right now as far as hats.
Never heard of it.
Cash only.
Wow.
You see people wearing the cash only hats and sweatpants. Everybody got a pair of
Cash only,
sweatpants.
you know, yeah.
Who
I
was
guess
that?
Essentials is, but Essentials is kind of party. It's heavy now. The Essentials thing, or
That's not.
That's not
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
That's not
brand,
Buffalo.
no.
Oh, you talking about Buffalo brands? Essentials?
Yeah,
Oh,
Buffalo brands.
okay, my
what's
bad.
that?
My bad.
What's that store?
Essentials that
Yeah, what's the store?
it's
though?
a brand, but
What is it
PacSun
called?
sells it though.
I know, but like
Fear
it's
of God.
Fear of God. Thank you.
Fear of God is the
Thank you.
collab with Essentials. That's a whole. He's a
Oh.
whole designer on it. So he's like a Virgil.
You might
Fear
go
of
down to
God?
the biggest argument.
Fear of God is
Explain it.
a
Okay.
brand. Like he's a designer.
So the
Fear of
Jordans, the
God.
Jordan Fear of Gods, that's something.
Yeah, so that's a
Yeah,
collab
I
with
remember
the
the
dude.
Fear of God.
His brand is named
Oh.
Fear of God.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought-
Essentials is
okay.
a brand though.
Essentials is a brand, and Fear of God is like a collab with that.
Okay, okay.
Yo, is Essentials? You know how you go to Target and they got the Essentials stuff? Like, is that that's not the
Essentials
same
is
thing?
not at Target, bro.
No,
Okay.
no.
Essentials is one of those.
I don't
it's the
know.
New, I'm not gonna say New Supreme, but it's like growing
Hype
to
beast.
that
Wait.
level. Like
You
people,
can't say hypebeast because it's
I'm always
it's
saying
wear,
hypebeast,
it's
I'm being
expensive,
silly.
comfortable wear. Like they make sweats and oversized
Yeah,
shirts
yeah,
that
yeah.
everybody wearing. And
Is
it's
it like
neutral
Lululemon?
colors. What's Lululemon?
You ever heard of that?
No,
just saying
I'm
just
up.
random stuff. You
See?
just saying
He
random
not
stuff.
up. He not hit.
you put me on now.
Yeah.
You probably know
You never
about
heard of
more shit.
Lululemon, did I?
No.
Oh no, it's a wave.
Lululemon.
It's very expensive though. It's like an expensive like
Like J Crew or something.
no, it's like expensive like
H&M.
no expensive active wear and stuff like that.
Oh, Under Armour.
Kinda, but it's like very 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 niche. Like you never heard of it? Did
I heard of
The
it. Was
fact
it on?
that you
Was it
said
on?
niche
Was it on
I'm
Shark
not
Tank?
in it.
No, you know
Was
like
it on Shark Tank?
I don't know if it's from Shark Tank or not, but I know like if you got money or if you're in that world and you work out, like
I
you
heard about
you
it.
don't wear.
I'm not trying to be funny. It's a rich white woman.
Like yoga
But I'm saying
pants
people,
and they
but people be
running
like
outside.
guys wear. They got like guys line like
Nah,
people
I
wear
never
it like
heard of
Lululemon.
Nah.
I was just in Toronto though. We went to. I mean, I heard of Lululemon. But I've seen the store, or one of the stores. I was at a mall and I was like, oh, this is Lululemon.
Like when I found out that somebody just put me on, like I'm not investigating for shit no more.
I just put you on, Brody.
It's nothing to be put on. Lululemon is nothing to be put on. Man. It is.
Yo,
nothing.
I'll
Hey.
stay with my Nikes.
Hate is
regular
crazy.
shit.
It's nothing to put on, bro. Do you want to get a little bit of sport before we go, or you want to end it?
No, I want to end it. I think it was a good show.
He got on his Jets, bro. He want to talk about Jets, bro. He want to
When we
talk
play
about
the Jets, when y'all play the Jets in like 2 weeks.
Nobody
It's-
knows.
it's-
What's a bye week,
it's-
bro?
Yeah, like I don't know
Is
why.
that how
we
you really
like-
feel, Icebox?
Yes, niggas. I will say no. I don't want to. I want to lead the show because it was a good show. Because I think next week we probably gonna deal with because basketball's starting.
The Jets
I
could go
kinda
1-15 or 1-16, however many games. If they beat the Bills that one game,
But they're not gonna do that. Then.
But I'm just saying,
How much
like,
are you
I'm
Jets
one of
fan?
them.
Yeah,
like,
why do you?
huh?
How much are you Jets fan? Do you really believe in Zach Wilson and stuff?
No,
like,
I don't like Zach Wilson at all.
Okay.
I don't believe
Mr. Wilson.
I don't believe anything the Jets have going on right now is good. I just fuck with the Jets because I'm a diehard Jets fan. Like I never brag about the Jets. Don't get me wrong. I haven't bragged about the Jets since Rex was there the first year, and I ain't really care for him. But I'm a Jets fan. I'm not gonna lie.
They got some
But
boys.
If they beat the Bills just one time a year,
Y'all
they
not beating
have
the boys.
they haven't
Y'all
did
not
it in the last 3 years because the Bills been good the last 3 years.
And this year we good too.
Y'all not beating the Bills.
Yeah.
But if they beat them that one game, bruh, I have no.
Bro, there's
I don't
no
care
way
if they
in hell
don't go
y'all
to
beat them.
playoffs. If they beat the Bills at home, that would be the.
There's no way in hell. y'all
Are you on social media or you took a break? from
Yes, I'm on social media, but I be chilling.
Okay.
But my social media name is no longer Sneakerman. And I'm not known for sneakers no more.
that? Oh,
I
man,
retired that.
change your
The
name.
new name is Cozy Daddy. You know, spelled regular.
Listen, all Bills Mafia. Shout out to overdue Bills fans. When we beat the Jets at Dan,
Hopefully.
just dogging, because that's
I
just.
don't know what
that's
he
what
doing right
If
now.
the Jets beat the Bills at the Bills Stadium, bruh,
Bro, you know that's never. It's not. It's
why
not?
not?
Bro, because
it
you have Zach
suck.
Wilson as your
Yeah,
quarterback.
like that's what we're trying to say.
I didn't want him, but it is what it is. I'll take Teddy over that dude.
We'll see. But we definitely appreciate you, Dan, man.
No doubt.
sure.
Nah,
bro.
definitely appreciate you coming on. We definitely wanted to get into
Invite me
it.
back if y'all want to talk about the Jets beating the Bills.
we
If
not.
the Jets beat the Bills, I gotta get invited to the next podcast.
That's a fact. But it's not gonna happen.
And I don't have to be the guest. I could just sit in the corner and just drop my Jets ad libs. Like, damn, they lost. They lost
way.
though.
We'll wait on that one because that never happened. Maybe year 2028. Nah, probably not. Josh Allen's still gonna be here.
Yeah, we still got Josh. I got Zach Wilson. I
Yeah.
mean,
Enough said.
but that's it. Woo-doo!